It's Tara Davis. My website is TaraDavis.me. Check it out. Check out everything I have to offer. Today, I want to specifically talk about self love, the love that we carry for ourselves. This has really been a theme for me for a long time, but really something clicked this past week in a yoga class when our teacher talked about self adoration. Do we self adore? And I just thought, gosh, right? Who adores themselves? If we all adored ourselves, I don't think there would be any problems. So let's really talk about self adoration, adoring ourselves, loving ourselves. So, a bit of a breakdown on love of self. First of all, the love that I give myself will only be magnified by others around me. So if I love myself in all the ways that we'll talk about here in just a second, then everyone else around me will love me as well. If I don't love myself, I can't really count on everyone else loving me because I don't know how to love myself. So let's break it down. So the first one I want to talk about is how we talk about ourselves. Do we put ourselves down? Do we speak unkindly? Do we discount ourselves? Or how about the side that's full of love? Do we speak about ourselves with kind words? Do we think kind thoughts about ourselves? Do we listen to the kind words that others speak about us? And do we receive those kind words? How do we allow others to talk to us? So if we don't like how someone has spoken to us, do we tell them? Do we say, hey, that didn't really feel good. I didn't like how you said that. That is allowing and choosing or not allowing others to speak to us in an unkind manner. That's self-love. Let's go to what we eat and drink. What we eat and drink. Are we loving our bodies with what we put in our bodies? So are we eating plenty of fruits and vegetables that are organic, by the way? Are we putting in that sustenance that really feeds our body? Are we putting in grains that are healthy for our body? Are we putting in, if you eat meat, are you putting in organic meat? Do you mindfully buy all of your produce that goes into your body? Conversely, are you drinking processed drinks, colored drinks? Are you eating processed foods? Are you eating things that aren't good for your body? And one step further on the eating. When we do eat, are we aware of how our body feels when we eat? Are we eating slow enough? Not that you have to eat, for a half an hour, but are you eating slow enough so that you realize this feels really good in my belly? My gut is happy. Or do you even realize when something is off in your belly and in your gut that doesn't feel good? So loving ourselves is knowing what the food feels like that we put in our bodies. Are we eating foods that we potentially might have an allergy to? And allergy doesn't mean that you have hives or rashes. It can be bloating. It can be a runny nose. It can be watery eyes. It can be constipation. It can be diarrhea. So all of those things constitute an allergy or sensitivity to a specific food. So do we even know what our bodies feel like when we put that food in? That is loving ourselves. How do we treat our body? Do we exercise? Do we do yoga? Do we meditate? Do we get enough sleep? All of these are ways that we love our bodies. And so when we give ourselves this love, we also show others how we want to be loved. We also show others and give others permission to do the same for themselves. We give others permission to love themselves and to tell others how they want to be treated or don't want to be treated. This is such a key piece in how we show up in the world, the love of ourselves. So if we are so full of the love and adoration that we have for ourselves, by default, it flows over into the rest of our lives and into the rest of our relationships. Self-love. So my name is Tara Davis, and you can find me at Tara, T-A-R-A, Davis.me. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Peace and love.